What's going on, everybody? I'm Tank, and this is another episode of Roadie Reactions. In today's reaction video, we've got a brand new release from Canada's very own Comeback Kid. And I am super excited to check this video out because this is going to be kind of a nostalgic trip for me, man. Comeback Kid was a staple of my early years, like skateboarding and listening to music with my friends. More specifically, their albums Turn It Around, Wake the Dead, and Broadcasting. I mean, we were listening to those non-stop, on repeat, all the time throughout the 2000s. Now, I also had their album Symptoms and Cures from 2010, but I'm not even gonna lie, for the last 10 years, I haven't heard much from this band. Even though they have released a couple more albums, I haven't heard anything from them. But right now, we're gearing up for a brand new album from these guys. On January 21st, 2022, their brand new album, Heavy Step, releases from Nuclear Blast Records. And we've already got a couple releases from that album, which I still have yet to hear. But today we're going to check out the latest one. And this song also features Joe Duplantier from Gojira. Pretty interested in that one, man, because he's done some other collaborations with some other hardcore punk bands, and I'm curious to see how involved he is. I don't know if it's going to be a guitar playing spot or just vocals. That's what I assume it's going to be, but either way, I'm stoked. Let's get into this. I will link this original video in the description below, and today, I'm once again listening to Comeback Kid, and for the very first time, checking out their brand new music video for their song, Crossed. Let's go! Real quick, we'll lead back in that part. So for me, this is, I really loved Comeback Kid when I was younger. And they balanced very well that line between more hardcore stuff and more regular punk sounding stuff. This, to me, from what I remember, sounds the more aggressive side of Comeback Kid. But I'm all fucking for it, man. I absolutely love that side of them. The only two members that I recognize in this video are Andrew singing and Jeremy playing guitar. And there were some switches in this band even when I was listening to him back in the day. Andrew, their vocalist now, is not their original vocalist, even though he is a founding member of the band. Their first two albums, they had a different singer, and Andrew was playing guitar, and when that singer left, he took over. So Broadcasting was the first album that they had. I believe it was 2007 that he has been their singer. So the majority of their career, he has been their vocalist. And then Jeremy is also one of their original guitarists as well, but I don't think I recognize the other three band members. They must be newer in the past decade, but we'll look up some stuff and check that out. Let's keep going with this, man. I already love what I'm hearing so far.
It's like it's really happening. Crossed over and destined into the void. Energy sucker, take it from me. Now I could give. I could give until.
I love that harmonic right there.
If I can't protect myself, full friend and foe, chaos I say, into the void. I'm gonna say blood for the cause. Crisis of cowardice, shame and disorder. What a waste, which one's worse? silence and power. Shame on you. It's like it's really happening. Crossed over and destined into the void. It's like it's really happening. Crossed over.
Dude, the tones on this are so good. So it seems so far, unless we get a different part, it seems like Joe is only doing those background screams in coming out of that chorus. Unless we get something in the bridge or something like that. That's all I've noticed of Joe so far. Whenever you see that mask on screen, that's his part. I doubt that's him for how they filmed this video, but it's cool. It's a cool little addition. So we're already like 2/3 through this video, and normally on these videos I like to break down gear a lot. So I'm going to try and knock out stuff real quick. Let's start on their drummer. Very noticeably playing an SJC drum kit. And we've seen SJC quite a few times on this channel. Even though you don't see them a ton, they're a very reputable company, man. They were started about 20 years ago in the owners, the two brothers, in their grandmother's basement in Massachusetts. And slowly over the years, they've become one of the most reputable drum companies in the US. Huge, huge names are playing their drums. Symbol-wise, I think I saw a Masterwork logo, but the shots have been really quick and I'm not sure, and I don't want to sit here and talk about Masterwork just in case I'm wrong. So that might be some pop-up information that I throw up here, you know, while I'm editing and stuff like that, just to make sure. Bass player, super simple. Fender jazz bass, and one of the most popular basses you'll ever see with a lot of different genres because they're known for just having a great tone all around. One of the guitar players, that's not Jeremy, is playing an LTD Eclipse 1000. LTD being one of the lines from ESP. The deluxe models, which are the 1000s, are actually on the higher end of the LTD scale and are pretty comparable to like the ESP originals for the most part. I can't tell if that's a newer one. It might be older. If it is, it's probably most likely got EMG pickups in it. If it's a newer one, it might have Fishman Fluence pickups in it, but I don't think so. I think that's one of the EMG ones. And then Jeremy is playing a Gibson SG, and it looks like he has Fishman Fluence pickups installed in it, which is wild. You don't see that much. And I love whenever I see an SG pop up because I do want to give a little history on the SG because I find it really interesting. So Gibson's most well-known guitar is the Les Paul. Everybody that knows guitars can recognize a Les Paul. The SG was originally called the Gibson Les Paul SG. They originally made it because entering into the 1960s, Gibson Les Paul sales were a little low, so they wanted to come out with a new guitar, and they did that flat top body with the double cut so you could access the higher frets easier, and they released it without Les Paul's knowledge or approval. So even though it was a wildly popular guitar and it sold really well and people liked it, Les Paul did not want his name on it because he didn't like it at all. So eventually, he asked them to remove his name from that guitar. So if you ever actually see an SG that says Les Paul SG on it, that's from like 1960 to 63. After 63, they took his name off of it and it was done with. It's just the SG. So I think that's a pretty wild piece of history on that. Other than that, man, this is a really cool video. I like all the shots and stuff. Had a couple laughs. Let's just keep going. We may just finish this off. This is going to be a huge crowd participation song. A lot of energy. I like that little lead. Dude, those guitar tones are so sick. Oh, I like those really low, deep gutturals on that last one. Was that it already? Fuck, man. I could have dealt with a lot more of that. Wow, man, that was quick. Dude, it's Comeback Kid, man. Let's go talk about it. So considering I haven't heard any release from Comeback Kid in the last 10 years, it still sounds exactly like them. I think I could have heard this and been like, oh, Comeback Kid for sure. But it sounds modern, man. The tones on all of this were fucking sick, especially on the guitar stuff, man. Just absolutely ripping. And I love Andrew's voice, man. Super unique, stands out. And the addition of Joe on this was pretty cool. But I still think I would have loved the song the same if he weren't even on it. Now, it was a very quick cameo. He only had a few parts. And on the music, business, industry side of things, that could have just been one of those where Joe likes this band, wanted to get involved, and they were able to put his name on a song maybe to gather a little more attention or something like that. But in my opinion, that attention probably wasn't even needed because, like I said, the song kicked ass with or without Joe on it. Now, there's already been 2 other music video releases before this from this upcoming album, so I need to decide real quick if I'm going to do a reaction to them or just go listen to them, but I'm already super excited for this, man. I can't wait to hear more and get my hands on this album when it comes out. Reminder, January 21st, that's when it's coming out. And I'll throw links below where you can go check it out and pre-order if you'd like to support the bands. I always suggest that you do that, especially for first week album sales that help the bands chart and stuff like that. It's a huge help. But man, I hope you guys enjoyed this, especially if you're new to this band. I loved it. I can't wait to hear more. And if this is your first time here, feel free to click subscribe. I release new videos all the time. Subscribing is free and it helps my channel out a ton. If you liked this reaction, would greatly appreciate the like as that also helps. But if you disliked it, no big deal, man. Thank you very much for your time. You are free to click dislike if you didn't like it. I'm also on a ton of different social media. I have a Discord server where a lot of us hang out often. I have a Twitch where I stream everything from video games to bass playthroughs and guitar tech work and live reactions. So if you guys are interested in any of that, I'll throw links in the description below. My handle on everything social media is @TankTheTech. Thank you so very much for watching. I will be back very soon with another episode of Roadie Reactions.